Are you using headsets at practice? If you're not, then you should start. Hey, what's up, guys? This is your RacePace coach, and today we will go over using headsets at practice, for better communication. Okay. So before we start, I would like to show you the headsets that we use. Okay. This is our headset. It's one piece. Here's the bone conduction headset. Okay. Here's the charging port. This is a wireless charging port. With not wireless, but the magnet charging port. And then here's the on volume control, and then to make it go on standby is the rest button, on and off. Okay, and then if you click on the on and off again, you hold it down to start it, and then when you push the button once, it changes the channel, and then you gotta hold it again to turn it off. Okay, so again, here is the headsets that we use. All right. Okay, so using headsets at practice. Okay, I have every swimmer that uses a headset at practice. Okay, it's really beneficial for you and your club to invest in these headsets. This allows for better communication with your swimmers. Okay, you're able to communicate with your swimmers while they're in the water swimming, while they're underwater doing their underwater kick, you know, while they're doing their turns. So right here, we got stroke, turn, and strategy. Okay, instant correction for those that are listening to you, not for those that are ignoring you. Okay, I have some swimmers that kind of ignore me, but the ones that want to do well, you know, you they instantly correct their stroke, turn, and strategy when they hear you in the water, when you're trying to communicate with them. So, but make sure now, for the ones that ignore you, you need to correct that. Okay, if you don't correct it, they're going to build that habit and continue to ignore you as you're doing their corrections. Okay, that's something I learned when I was a younger swim coach. Not We didn't have a headset back then, but there was this one swimmer who, you know, oh, I would be pushing, and then I would be walking along the edge of the pool, and she would be swimming along the edge, swimming, breathing towards my direction. And then when she sees me pushing her, she would turn and breathe to the other direction. So that's something that you have to correct at the very beginning, through whether it's punishment or through a lecture first before punishment. But instant correction, and again, you have to correct that attitude of, because if you don't correct that attitude, they're never going to correct it on their own, and they're going to build that habit and keep ignoring you. Okay, so let's go back to stroke, turn, and strategy, instant correction. Okay, when I talk to my swimmers, I first say their name first, and then give them a short description of what they're doing wrong. Maybe one, two, or three words. You don't want to, you know, make it too difficult and say like a whole sentence or a paragraph to them while they're swimming, doing their 50. Okay, it has to be short, it has to be fast, and so that it has to be short, it has to be fast, so that they can process it quickly, so that when they're doing their when they're in their swim, they can instantly do the correction. For example, stroke. Okay, what I like to do, if they're not doing high elbows, I just say high elbow, and then if they're not kicking down fast enough on their second kick for their butterfly, I say second kick. You know, um, if they're breathing too high, I say low breathing. And then or you're sometimes I would say you're breathing too high, and that works too. Okay, going into their turns, when they're going into the turns, you know, you for their open turn, you turn with your strong arm, turn with your right hand. Okay, don't turn with your left hand. Don't turn with your weak arm. Okay, um, and then tell them to fly kick right away, accelerate right away after their turn. So I'd say accelerate, fly kick into your turn, your flip turns, and they do it. These instant corrections, no breathing into the wall. Okay, so better communication, instant correction. Okay, you don't need to wait till they get to the wall for you to correct their strokes. Okay, you don't need to wait. That's how I've done it in the past. You wait for them to get to the wall, you repeat it, they don't hear you because they have water in their ear, and then you have to say it again. Okay, and then strategy, telling them to do more fly kicks off their 15 meters, do more fly kicks off their turns, breathe every other, stuff like that. Okay. um and then again, instant feedback. Okay, allows for swimmers to um you're giving them feedback on their stroke and turn, and it allows them to get better and swim faster on the next rep. Okay, and then when you see your swimmer getting tired and you want to motivate them, you want to push them, this is what you do. You can tell them to push harder, kick harder, go faster, pull through your finishes, and then you can tell them a good job over the headset when they finally touch the wall, and or when they do it correctly, you say good. It's like positive reinforcement, which really helps them and helps them push harder while they're in the middle of their set, uh, in the middle of their reps. Okay, so again, use this. Okay, this is, you need to use this, all right, for to make your swimmers faster. Okay, it's a must, it's a plus. Okay, makes your job easier, makes everybody's job easier, makes your swimmers faster. Okay, so working on that better communication. If you want to purchase, or if you're interested, there's a link in the description below to get the headset. Again, you need when you get the headset, you have to get the radio with it. If you don't get the radio, the headset is meaningless. Okay, so you need the radio with the headset. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get some headsets. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.